Welcome back to Wikinews.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because what you're about to hear is the kind of story that stops your heart and leaves you breathless, the kind that reminds us why we chase speed, but also why it can turn on us in an instant. I'm talking about the World Cup Finals 2025, the pinnacle of drag racing where dreams ignite and legends are forged under those blinding lights at Maryland International Speedway. It was supposed to be Joel Grannas' night, the man who's turned heads for years with his thunderous Toyota Supra, that sleek beast of a machine he's poured his soul into, modding it to perfection, chasing that elusive top spot against the world's fastest. Picture this, it's the final round, the air thick with the scent of burned rubber and high-octane fuel, the crowd roaring like a living storm as Joel lines up against his rival in the Pro Mod showdown. At 33 years old, Joel's no stranger to the edge, he's the underdog with a fire in his eyes, the guy who started in his garage with dreams bigger than his budget, now gunning for glory on the biggest stage. The tree lights up, green flashes, and they're off. Tires screaming, engines howling like wounded animals, Joel's Supra launches like a missile, pulling ahead by a nose, the speedometer climbing past 200, 220, the world blurring into streaks of color. For a split second, it feels invincible, like he's got the win in his grip, the checkered flag waving in his mind's eye. But then, in the blink of an eye, disaster strikes. Just past the 8th-mile mark, something snaps, maybe a tire gives way, or the chassis twists under the brutal G-forces, but Joel's Supra fishtails violently, the rear end stepping out like it's got a mind of its own. He fights it, wrenching the wheel, but physics doesn't forgive. The car snaps sideways, slams the barrier with a deafening crunch of metal on concrete, and flips, once, twice, an airborne cartwheel of destruction that sends sparks flying like fireworks gone wrong. The crowd gasps, time freezes, and then, the fireball. A massive bloom of orange and red erupts from the undercarriage, fuel igniting in a roaring inferno that engulfs the wreck in seconds. Flames lick the sky, black smoke billowing like a funeral pyre, and for those agonizing moments, the track falls silent except for the crackle of fire and distant sirens wailing. Rescue crews swarm like shadows in the chaos, fire suppression teams dousing the blaze with foam, pulling Joel from the cockpit amid the haze. Miraculously, he's alive, banged up, burned in places that no helmet can shield, but breathing, fighting, the unbreakable spirit that got him here refusing to quit. As he's stretchered off, giving a weak thumbs up to the stunned fans, you can feel the weight of it all, the sheer terror of what could have been lost, a life snuffed out in pursuit of passion. Joel's wife, waiting in the pits, collapses into tears, her hand over her mouth, while his team huddles, faces etched with that raw mix of relief and horror. This wasn't just a crash, it was a wake-up call, a brutal reminder that behind every burnout and victory lap is a human heart pounding against the odds. In the hours that followed, the racing world held its breath, tributes pouring in from legends like Antron Brown and Doug Kalida, fans lighting up social media with prayers and hashtags like #PrayForJoel. Officials halted the event, the trophy unclaimed, because some nights, survival is the real win. Joel's in stable condition now, doctors say he'll race again, but scarred, wiser, and maybe a little more grateful for every rev of that engine. It's stories like this that bind us, that make us love the sport even as it breaks us, the thrill, the risk, the unbreakable will to get back in the seat. If Joel's story hit you as hard as it did me, give this video a like to show your support for the warriors of the track, and hit that subscribe button so we can keep bringing you these raw, unfiltered moments from the world of racing. Stay safe out there, folks, speed's a drug, but life's the real prize. Until next time.